Hello and welcome back to HyzerMedia's coverage of the Norse Gods Championship presented by Home Again Disc Golf. Thank you, as always, to our presenting sponsors, Cosmic Disc Golf, D-Town Disc Golf, and Reaper Disc Supply. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth by Dylan Horst. How's it going, Dylan?
It's going pretty well. Everybody's excited to see some birdies, so it's what we're going to see today. Hole 10, par 3, 257 feet. Very technical first shot. A lot of players are either going to throw a very stable forehand disc up the right-hand side, trying to get as close as you can to the right trees, or a nice turnover backhand. But the backhand, you have to watch out for the low ceiling and getting the turn right. Seems like Lucas didn't think he threw a great shot off the bat, but maybe kicks the last tree, puts himself probably circle 2.
Yeah, not a bad shot at all. There's basically one tree in the middle of the fairway. You can see it right there. If you miss it on either side, you threw a good shot. Jesse, I don't know how that didn't hit it, but it worked out. He's got a long putt.
Yeah, something pretty late, maybe a little farther back than Lucas, but yeah, maybe circle 2, uphill, little obstructed. But yeah, then Zach here throwing a lot wider. Oh, he didn't like the release right off the bat. Said he yanked it.
Yeah, bit of grip lock there. That's not what you're looking to do. See if Travis is able to make the correction here. This looks nice, as long as it's got the speed to beat those inside trees. Oh, kind of an unfortunate stick and roll back down to the bottom of the hill. I wonder if that hit a tree late.
Yeah, it seemed like it hit something and rocketed off of it. But yeah, it's going to be very obstructed, more obstructed than the other two. Zach here, going back to that really overstable disc. Yeah, puts himself within 15, 20 feet. Should be a good opportunity for par. Almost feels like a bonus birdie on this hole, just given how unique the shot shape is.
Yeah, it's just a tricky. Oh, as Jesse gives it a nice bid. It's you got to get a little lucky at the end, right? With these trees and the slope. You know, even if you do pure the shot, it still takes a little bit of fortune to get yourself in position to actually get the birdie. Travis is in just a super tough spot down here, but gives it a great bid off the band.
That was really close. It was all framed up again. I was hoping to see another framed putt. Lucas here. Low right. Perfect. Maybe like just inside the circle. Little uphill, so dealt with the height really well, and yeah, was able to convert.
Yeah, the putts on this hole get scary, right? With that you see a lot of rollaways if people hit the cage. Want to make sure you take your time, able to connect. Nicely done from Zach there to make that 20-footer.
Yeah, it's definitely have to watch out for that hill. I mean, we probably saw it the first round, you know, a couple unlucky breaks come down the stretch with a couple of the trees, but yeah, I mean, getting a birdie on this hole, good, but obviously want a little more.
Yeah, as we jump in here to hole 11, the most unique hole in the world. I don't know if that might be an over-exaggeration, but it's a par 3, 204. Some call it Llama's Cliff. You're going to see a lot of things. I don't know what you're going to see from these guys. Some people will throw like a driver slowed, so you get like a big flare skip down the hill. You might see some people go forehand roller. Looks like that's what Lucas is lining up. I like to take this inside forehand gap that you can't see from the tee, which is kind of fun. But this is way too flippy of a disc. That is not going to work out from Lucas. But yeah, it's a very unique hole, very unique shape. You need something that goes straight and then it goes directly left and then takes a big skip. So some people love it, some people hate it.
Very stable. Seems like semi-stable from Jesse and Filters down the hill with a little skip. It's going to be a very tricky, 20-footer?
Yeah, it depends. If he's in the ropes on the hill, he gets to go to the drop zone for free because that is casual relief. But if he is not, then yeah, like you said, it's going to be a very tricky putt. Zach opts for that forehand roller play. I don't know if it made it down the hill or not. It looks like it was on a good line, though.
Yeah, I didn't see it fall down. So if you're on the top anywhere, it's a really tough upshot. You almost have to putt it into the ground and then hope for a nice little reaction off the ground to kind of scoot it down the hill.
Yep, Travis is right. That is backside. That's a common miss with the backhand, is to just scoot it a little long, and you have that back downhill putt coming back at it. Here's this tricky upshot. Like you said, a lot of people will throw the putter upside down and kind of try to slide it down the hill. Lucas is just going to putt it normally. Gets a fortunate little scoot through those branches, and it's going to be an easy tap in par.
Yeah, Zach looks like went a little long. Kind of probably hits that last tree, kind of stopped him from hopping up and over the hill. But yeah, he throws it super soft, and yeah, almost gave it a good bid. A little long, but yeah, I mean, it's right there. So couldn't ask for much being on top of the hill like that.
Oh no, not again. That was such a good putt from Travis. Just dead center in the basket. Just hated it. Oh, and Jesse, he's low as well, man.
Yeah, a little tentative probably after seeing Travis's putt. It's just kind of hard not to be tentative when you see somebody hit dead center and it spit out so slowly.
Yeah, it's brutal. The 11 did play as the hardest hole in the course, and it is the shortest hole in the course. Only one birdie. Shout out to Matt Rozier. Picks up the lone birdie on the day. But
Since 2021, Home Again Disc Golf has been committed to bringing the highest quality discs, apparel, and accessories to players on and off the course. No matter where you are, when you're on the course, you're home again.
Hole 12, par 3, 352 feet. Straight as the crow flies. Pick up your straightest disc, backhand, forehand, throw it as straight as possible. Miss the two last trees, but 9 times out of 10, as soon as you let it go, if it's flying straight, you'll know whether it's perfect or where it banks off of one of the trees, unfortunately.
yeah, tough hole to film as they have that nice little deck built up to throw from. But yeah, like you said, you got to beat those trees at the end. You'll often find people fading out to the left just because it's hard to keep a disc straight for 352 feet. But when you have this kind of power, these guys are probably just going mid-range. A little low from Jesse there. It's going to leave him with a long putt.
And then here's Zach. Seems like it's a mid-range. Early releases it into the tree. Definitely not what you want to do on this hole, hitting one of the early trees. Definitely want to try to hit something late, on any hole. But, it's going to be pretty tricky up and down from where it was at.
Go in.
Oh my gosh, what a shot from Travis. It's rare to see an ace run on this hole. I've heard rumors of them. But this grass is pretty grabby, so his disc is going to stay nice and close.
Zach here. Tossing the upshot, probably just outside the circle there. Pretty good spot from where he was. It's kind of a little awkward being pinched up against one of the trees and trying to make sure you get enough pop to kind of keep it straight through the gap. Lucas there.
They're from.
Yeah, a little undercommitted there, but still puts it right there. Grass is grabby.
Little tickle there on the putt from Jesse. Just a bit off now. Here's that long par save coming up from Zach. Just never had the height.
And Travis after the perfect drive. Almost perfect. Ooh. Kind of staring the basket down. Old old standoff.
I've never
right there.
had problems with these baskets, but like today, it is just this is wild. This is they're real jumpy. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it didn't seem like they were that jumpy the first round, but might be missing something.
They're extra bouncy today for sure.
Yeah, see, it's not just me.
Somebody put a spring in there after the first round or something.
Yeah, maybe the chains have just gotten to that point where a little too beaten in, a little light. Just getting to the pole a little too quickly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens on these last couple holes. As we jump in here at hole 13, sponsored by Elevation Discs. It's par 3, wide open, 298 feet. You can pretty much throw whatever you want. Most players probably just going mid-range, something like that. I believe there was an island flagged for this hole in the tournament today, but it is pretty generous. So as long as you put your shot inside the circle, you should be just fine.
I think so.
There we go. Yep, Travis throwing a nice kind of pushing hyzer that just kind of fades a little bit at the end, probably about 25 feet to the right. But the pace was absolutely perfect. Lucas here taking a little bit different approach, throwing something pretty stable and just under the basket, almost drawing some metal.
Yeah, it was a great looking shot. Just kept the height the whole time. I thought it had a chance, but just a little low. Jesse's got some sort of mid-range or putter in his hand. A little left, but I think this grass is grabby enough that should be just fine. And yeah, it is.
Yep, circle's edge. Definitely want to try to get a little closer with nothing in the way, but hey, anywhere inside the circle with these guys putting, they should be okay. And Zach here trying to run off the vapor trails of Lucas. Looks, couldn't quite tell how far away it was there, but great line. Just a pinch too short, needed a little more juice.
Nice putt, way to finish it off. This did play as the 4th easiest hole on the course at a 2.41 average. So even with that added island green, not too much of an issue for these guys. With a wide open 298-foot hole, you know, you're looking to park it most of the time. So even though it makes you a little worried at the end of the day, isn't going to affect these top level pros too much.
Yeah, just like that. Jesse with the nice right off the stripe. Basket wasn't bouncing that one back. Thought about boxing it just in case it was going to bounce out.
Yeah, you got to be prepared, Lucas, now to close out another star frame. He needs to take some pace off of this. I mean, sure, when a 30-footer spits out, yeah, but like if you're tapping it in, like, come on, kid. He knows better than that.
Hole 14, par 3, 327 feet. You have to deal with a little bit of a low ceiling right off the bat. Seems like the left side is fairly open, so it opens it up for that forehand. You do have to watch out for one of the last trees on the left, but it seemed like it was pretty open with a low backhand. Travis here, a little bit of an early release. Got the pace right, just, again, a little bit of an early release, but got fortunate enough to miss the 2 trees he needed to miss to get himself within circle 2.
Yeah, the backhand's scary with that, you know, with the creek on the right. It's, if you turn something over, it's most likely not coming back. So kind of a common miss. This is, I think, if you have it, the best play for the hole, just a nice flex forehand out and around. Jesse has more than enough power to get this there.
It seemed like he hit that pretty hard. Might have been like a captain's raptor or something. Wow.
I think you're right. And yeah, it goes 30 long. Definitely had plenty of juice on that one. Yeah, Zach, he's got more than enough power to get the forehand there on this one as well.
And a little low. Then, yeah, Grass kind of ate that up. Threw that a little bit higher would have been perfect, but this grass is not really allowing any skipping today.
Yeah, with the humidity in the summer, just very grabby. Not really going to get any ground play, like you said. So he's left with this about 40-footer for the birdie, and yes, sneaks it over the rim. It's a nice one to pick up.
Yeah, so smooth too. His pace on his putts have been very good today, as it wasn't really going that much far past it. So kind of just dropped it straight in the bucket. And Travis here from probably just outside the circle doesn't quite give it enough pop, but yeah, definitely wanted a better effort there.
Kind of a weird follow through from Travis. See, Jesse, you can see there's a little bit of wind kind of swirling that tree and the corn moving in the background. Just doesn't quite commit to it. So Lucas can pick up a stroke here, give himself a share for the lead at 19 under par. A really solid round together, even with some putting woes here and there.
Yeah, seems quiet, right? It's like a deuce or die type of course. So who knows? After a while, it just happens real quick. Next thing you know, you just made up those strokes.
Yeah, able to get into a rhythm and finish strong here. Somebody could pull away. Starting with hole 15 is a par 3, 323. Most of these guys are just going to go big spike hyzer over the gully, hopefully sticking something nice and close to this basket.
Now Lucas here probably throwing a stable mid-range. Probably just going to hit it fairly hard, throw it pretty straight. Decent amount of integrity. Had the pace, but almost threw it a little too far. It's going to be not really too tricky of a putt, but you will have to deal with that downhill putt that hits it a little too hard and might go flying a little bit.
Yeah, especially with this hole has an added OB kind of island-ish, not a true island, but green with that OB close. So that's just barely in bounds there from Zach. Still a good shot, but makes you a little nervous.
It's going to be like awkward footing and yeah, a little farther than he probably wanted. But Travis here, looks like the line is perfect. Now is the pace right? Absolutely perfect. Right in the dirt, bullseye.
Yeah, sometimes there can be some kind of weird wind swirling out here. You don't really know if your disc is going to get a lift or a drop, but looks like a pretty calm day. Jesse just saws this one off though. That's going to be well short and left. Luckily, looks like it stays inbound, so he will have a long look at it, but not what he was wanted off the tee, but it doesn't matter. Able to connect on the birdie look from circle 2.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how your drives are if you putt like that, right? Awesome.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Zach.
Here's Zach.
Perfect. Perfect putt.
These guys are dialed in right now. It's a really nice putt right there downhill. They cleaned up that tree. There used to be some low limbs on the left of this basket, made those putts tricky, but a lot more open now. Able to just drive putts like that into the chains, and it looks like we're going to have yet another star frame. I think this is number 4 on the round. Not too bad from the group.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but definitely what we want to see, right? We love birdies.
We love birdies.
Hole 16, par 4, 541 feet. Another one of those drivable par 4s. Downhill, most players on our card are probably going to be throwing right-hand, backhand, probably trying to turn something over and hyzer through the gap that the drone is flying through, and then take whatever putt you get. So who knows? Some people with a little bit more distance might be able to get that circle 2 putt, while some people that don't quite have the distance can get to the gap and have a wide open second shot. But Lucas here seems like he's going for glory.
This looks really nice. Oh my God, he's parked.
That's amazing. So good. So good.
What the heck? Yeah, I mean, this hole is 541 feet. You're not reading that wrong. It's slightly downhill, but that's like, wow, that was smoked.
Zach here.
Just like hyzer flipped to flat. Sorry, I that was a great shot from Zach too, but like disbelief. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, because it never left Hyzer. I mean, Zach threw a great shot, big turnover, just like Travis here, maybe a little too much turn.
Oh yeah, well good on Amanda.
I don't remember if there's out of bounds there far right, but I don't think there is.
No, he's past the OB. He'll be fine. But yeah, let's see. Jesse's got the power to kind of match with the deep hyzer.
See if he gets fortunate through the trees. Kind of gets there a little bit, so that might be a pretty good putt too. Maybe circle two.
It's like a 60-footer, yeah.
Oh, Travis, that was a great shot, great reaction. I mean, nothing in the way.
Yeah, got through a lot of those trees. Yanks this upshot a little bit, but something stable enough to come back and leave him a short putt. Yeah, you can see why this is the second easiest hole on the course at a 3.29 average. Very, very scoreable if you have the distance, not really bringing either side's OB into play. So for this group, these guys are looking for an easy birdie, if not a long look at the eagle like Jesse has here. A bit high.
Wanted it though, so can't doubt the commitment there. I think keeps himself close, still gets the birdie. No harm, no foul. Obviously, he would have wanted the eagle there, but still, hey, birdies are still good.
Yeah, and take a look where Lucas's drive ended up.
Wow. Straight hyzer flip. 530 feet, 25.
Something like that.
Take the lead. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, the Eagle 2 on the 16th. It's going to make up a stroke on Jesse, like you said. Vaults him into the lead at 22 under with a couple holes to play. Obviously, one more round to go at Klein's Run, but started off 2 back to make up that deficit already, and more is impressive. Nice birdie there from Travis. Zach's going to have a tap in as well. I think we're going to see, I believe the germism on this one is a galaxy frame.
I think so. I mean, it's one extra. So, yeah, a little bit better than the Eagle frame. Might have to start making these up along the way.
Jumping into hole 17, another one that's technically drivable. I've heard rumors of this kid named Lucas who's eagled this hole too. But for most normal folk like myself, you're just trying to get to the top of the hill, pitch yourself up towards the green, and take an easy birdie. Especially with the corn this high, it gets pretty scary to commit to that wide hyzer and try to get yourself all the way up there. But Lucas he's going for it.
Big hyzer, let's see if it has the pace to get there. Seemed like it was pretty close. Might actually be a pretty good putt. Depends if it got in line with the trees or not. Well, it might be another putt for Eagle.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That he could be in a spot where he's 30 feet away and has no putt based on where he lines up with the trees. This is fine from Zach. Once you get past that red stake there, you can see next to the trees that is all inbounds. So very safe option if you don't want to contest the corn is to just throw that big hyzer out into the field.
Travis here trying to throw it up and over the corn. It stays up in the air. It should be fine. Pretty close, but yeah, perfect. They thought it was out. Stayed in.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Living on the edge there. See what how aggressive he gets. On the safer side, this will probably still a good shot. Probably leave a long jump putt from there. But
yeah, it's nice because he kind of skipped down the hill, so it'll kind of open up that jump putt for him. As Travis here almost tosses it in for an eagle of himself. So close. But yeah, him being on that left side close enough to the basket should probably open up at least a decent bid for the eagle.
Yeah, we'll see. He's got a bit of a low ceiling, but yeah, like you said, pretty open. Just never had the height.
Yeah, Tesone with a good upshot as well, kind of puts himself in position. And yeah, like you were saying earlier, just being in line with those trees, you don't really have an easy bid for the eagle. but gives it the line. Just needed a little more height on it. It would have got there, but hey, easy birdie.
Yeah, you respect the go for it. Gotta at least try to give it a chance, but Travis is punished for getting aggressive on his upshot there. Lets that one leak a little.
Yeah, just stinks. Because obviously that would have been the third birdie frame. That would have been the third star frame that we had. But yeah, a little more juice there. But still, I mean, it's right there. Other three guys right there for birdie. Gave it a good enough bid. Just need a little more juice.
Yep. Lucas taps out for his birdie. We just have one hole left here at Shiprock on day one, the Norse Gods Championship.
And to wrap out the round of silvers, hole 18, par 3, 289 feet. There is OB on the right-hand side, even though a lot of players will play this long hyzer down the right-hand side. There is also another play to throw a nice low forehand. The low forehand, remember that the grass is pretty grabby. So the biggest thing there is just to make sure you have enough pace to get that little skip up toward the basket. Lucas kind of saws it off a little bit, but still has a decent amount of pace to get himself to circle one. The forehand's just tough because you have to make sure you push it a little bit with this grabby grass.
Yeah, this is another hole that's kind of benefited from the cleanup that they've done on this course. Now you have that wide hyzer option. This is a great shot from Zach, by the way. Just goes a little deep, but it is a bit scary if you want to take that wide backhand hyzer on the right with that corn now. Kind of tightens it up. So these guys all have plenty capable forehands. Jesse actually going to go for the inside forehand.
A nice flex shot. Still a little short, but hey, puts himself inside the circle. That's all you can ask for on this. And Travis here. Trying
to show us that line. A little early, but sneaks through those branches to leave him with probably a longer circle two look. Call this one 50 feet to finish out the day. Oh, just a bit high off the number.
So I don't know about you, but I know Travis and I thought it was in. Oh, dang. Jesse, wind kind of got a hold of it. A little bit of air underneath it. It's top left.
Now Lucas has got this putt here to take a two-stroke lead into the final round. You know he is not going to miss that one. Very solid round two here. That puts him, as we'll see in a second here, 14 under on the round. Very solid showing.
Zachary just a little long. Perfect pace. Drops it straight in. Yeah, it's a good birdie by him as well. Kind of got a couple ones down the stretch, which, kind of helps salvage a round they wanted a little bit better. But, still a solid round with a bunch of birdies. Not quite what he wanted, but hey, get you there.
Yeah, that was enough to keep him on the lead card. So definitely needed all of those birdies on the back nine to keep himself within striking distance. Still try to grab a nice solid finish here at this B tier. As we take a look, what was the putt of the round? Oh, I mean, again, was there ever a doubt? I could watch this putt a million times. Beautiful. As we take a look at the leaderboards, Lucas Oberholtzer Hess, after that 1052 rated 14 under par on the silvers, has himself a two-stroke lead over Jesse Longenecker, Matt Rogier, and Zach Tesone are going to be rounding out our lead card for the third and final round as we head over to Klein's Run. Thank you to the Norse Gods and the Patreon family for supporting this coverage. Like I said, we got one more round left. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it, and we'll see you over there.